Well, it's the Nanatsu no Taizai, chapter 143. I could not review last week's chapter because of similar reasons that it was too late and quite frankly I felt it was despair, but it answered at least one of my questions about bringing back Elaine. Yeah, it bring back Elaine as a very dangerous yandere woman. Reunited with the Ban, she kisses him more passionately than before, but as soon as she sees Jericho, she tries to attack her. And of course, Ban tries to stop that, but then Elaine suddenly just attacks Ban violently. Well, Ban do not matter because, well, he's immortal. Eventually, Jericho gets fed up with that and attacks her and begins to throw in many things that she loves Ban too. And if you really love him, why are you killing him like that? Begin even to scream out like that I have tits and ass, while you are only short and flanky, uh, and the ban is my saver. Uh, but and the fact that you're doing something like this to Ban is not something you can do to love, even though Elaine says she'll do love Ban. Uh, but so strangely enough, well, not strangely enough, it's actually pretty likely. Jericho screaming always like that to Elaine actually managed to snap her a little bit out of that. Only a little bit though, saying that she doesn't want to do all this. And Ban still has much feelings for Elaine, but and Elaine mentions all she wanted was to go on an adventure just like the one she did with Van did with Jericho, because apparently she can see from the wall beyond the grave. With Van's still not giving up his love on Elaine, Elaine begins to go limp again. With that, it's revealing that the law of grudge revival, the spell that Marashkala used to revive Elaine, as we said before, it can only revive it as someone who had great rage in their heart, or at least revive with rage in their heart. But if that rage and grudge disappears, then they will die again. Of course, having lost Elaine once, Ban do not want to lose her again. Turning around, he meets Galan and Meraskaila, who introduce themselves. And for the first time ever, we finally get a new Commendant. Of course, Ban versus Meraskaila and Galan should actually be impossible, but we'll get to that in a bit. First of all, apparently Meraskaila is called the Faith. Now, I'm curious though. What kind of commandment is that? I need to look up a little bit that. Could it be that you must always hmm the faith, huh? Well, I got up someone, but I don't really know if it's wrong. What's this one? Number fourth. Remember to keep holy the Sabbath day. Or no, remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. Isn't that connected to faith? Or is it more to the fifth? Honor thy father and thy mother. Well, either way, I hope the Wikia will at least tell me what kind of a faith it is, if you guys do not. So, what kind of power do Meraskala has as the faith? Is this revival? I thought the revival power was her her commandment power, but I guess it's not. Either way, it's Ban versus these two, and technically Ban should not be able to win. Mostly because of two reasons. Even though Ban is an immortal human, he's still human, and his power level is great, but it's not thing compared to these two. Not to mention the fact that there's actually one advantage Ban has, and that is the fact that he's immortal. I mean, these demons can chop him up in little pieces, he can still recover. But it is that mystery, though. Can do Galan and Meraskala have the power of Purajatori fire, I mean the dark fire. If they do, then Ban is screwed, because it has been hinted that that fire is the only thing that can kill him. At least, or at least leave him scarred. So yeah, will Ban make their heads roll? I don't think so. But I'm glad at least they expedited to the fact that a little bit Elaine snapped out of it. But are Elaine really going to go back to the land of the dead? Or is Ban gonna do something else? I don't know. A lot of people complain that they want Jericho to love Ban, but I say, give me a break. Do you have any idea who Jericho is? I don't want that man-woman to love Ban. No, I will prefer Elaine. I don't like her gender aside, but that's not her fault. So yeah, next week's chapter is apparently going to be a double chapter. So are we gonna see Ban being thrown around like a rag doll until King arrives, and then gonna be a chapter about that? Because it's very likely that King is gonna come to rescue. Either way, I like this chapter. We finally got a new commandment, and the pacing is not standing with Yandere Elaine for at least too long. But give me your thoughts if you have any. Most for that, who do you think that commandment stands for? See ya.